in Hawaii. I just started recording, and unfortunately, it just started raining. So I'm not sure how well this is going to go. I don't see anybody watching yet, so we'll enjoy some rain while we see if anyone joins. Okay. Oh, there is one person there. I'm going to cross the street, and this time I'm going to put my glasses on so I can actually read this thing. Oh, I am doing very well. Thank you so much. Give me 1 minute here. I could read that, but it was not easy. Whoa. Should have thought about it before I started, but I didn't. Okay. Good. Now I can read the screen. I won't be able to see very far ahead of me, unfortunately, but so it's a rainy day. It's been raining all day. In fact, today in Hawaii, I'd sort of hoped that, when I got up and had to get up pretty early to go to a meeting, I thought that maybe it was gonna stop, and it did, but then it came back again, and but that's Hawaii is beautiful and green, and it doesn't get there without some rain. So it's the little things in life. So I saw that Natalie showed a little bit of my live stream from last night, which was kind of cool. There was, not a lot of action to show her. Although I guess I was a little disappointed she didn't show the LRH office. And then, of course, I bumbled and stumbled. I couldn't remember what the e-meter was called. That was sort of crazy. All right, here we go. We're going to cross over. I did walk by here again yesterday, and I saw the exact same people. And so this time, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to actually go straight up to the org where the receptionist guy can see me. Rather than do that, I'm going to go ahead and look in that room because that lady was in there. But first, I walked by this really cool old shop called Hound and Quail. I wish it were open. Looks like it's got like some really neat stuff, cool clothes and everything, but oh well, that's not going to work out. Okay, and you guys can hear me okay, right? I'm guessing you can. Yes. Thank you, Miss Ellie. I appreciate that. All right, let's see what we find out. So now we're coming up on the building, but we're kind of going in from the side. And, the dim sum place is closed. Huh. That's interesting. Let's see if anybody's in the room. Yep, just that guy there working. I don't know, he's on a computer. That's interesting. I don't know if he's studying or working or sending a telex. And that guy I didn't recognize from before. Ooh. Here's a person. Oops. I tapped on the window and did not mean to do that. I'm sure I scared the crap out of that guy. I was trying to get a little look at maybe who he was or what he's looking at on the internet. Well, I can't see it. All right, let's go around here to the front. And, yeah. That guy came out of the org. That guy's still working on his computer. Let's see if we can see who he is. I don't know if, maybe someone who knows the Hawaii org might recognize the guy. I bet you he's public. I bet he's not staff or anything. Here's my old friend who didn't like me very much. He doesn't see me. He's just plowing away at letters. That must be, well, hello there, a girl. That must be what he's getting his what do you call it? His information, not information. His metrics, his scores and whatnot. So, yeah, that's very interesting. Yep. Well, these boys are. Is he actually going in there?
He has to use the bathroom, so he has I don't know. He really has to pee, so.
So what do you guys know about this place?
It's like a cult.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me more. I'm actually doing a live stream, and I'm doing it intentionally because you're not on the screen though. I'm not showing you. So what do you guys know?
I just see TikToks. I watched a video on them, like they found it from
They're twisted.
no, they're Ron Hubbard. He was like a comedian, writer, like comic book writer or something, and then he started a religion or something.
Yeah, he was actually a science fiction author.
Yeah.
And he wrote a lot, but he wasn't that great. And then he started this. Not as a religion, really,
It's
in
like
the beginning.
volcanoes, right?
That
jumping off the roof earlier.
and that's part of the story is the whole volcano thing.
They erupted, right? And then they died or something. They threw them in the volcano.
Well, they
died,
threw.
souls, and then,
So it was I forget how many, 75 million years ago, and this galactic overlord. They had overpopulation. He flew them all here across the galaxy. And over Hawaii, in fact, and dropped them into, dropped them into a volcano, and then dropped atomic bombs to make sure they were dead. And then all their, they're called Thetans, kind of spirits, I guess, are supposedly everywhere, and they're all over, crawling all over our bodies. And if you use their methodology, they claim that they can help you get rid of all of that. So,
you know why? Because our friend, he was like, we were trying to figure out. He was like, you hear all these stories about how it's super weird and it's a cult, right? But he wanted to see for himself and see what they're actually saying, because he doesn't first-hand evidence.
So what they do though in the beginning is they're going to share stuff that is really just kind of common knowledge, like common wisdom, like everybody has, really. And then later on, they don't let you know until much later that all of a sudden you're trapped in their cult. And people literally escape. You should, if you go to there's one channel called Growing Up in Scientology. The guy is great. He's funny, actually. And he literally grew up in it. But he tells a lot of the kind of the nightmare stories of being in it, and then there was this guy in Los Angeles who had nothing to do with it, and he was doing what I'm doing, except they tried to push him away, and they didn't know that he was a big-time LA cops auditor, and he was not afraid, and he has made it his goal to take this whole thing down, and he's called he goes by
TikTok, right?
He's on TikTok. Yeah, it's Streets LA, and his YouTube channel is Scientology Audits. So it's really very interesting. So you should definitely check out his stuff.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So, yeah.
He disappeared, bro.
He really wanted to hear what they were saying. That's why he was like he had to see firsthand.
And we were like, no, you shouldn't go check.
Well,
it
he
out.
shouldn't, because one of the things is they've got to try to sell you a book. I mean, they'll try to talk them into taking a personality test, and sometimes they'll get stuck in there for hours. And this, and this Streets LA guy, when he started trolling Scientology, their biggest recruiting center is in Hollywood. I'm telling you,
I was living in LA for a little bit, and
Yeah.
like, you would see like their stickers like on the back of the cars and stuff, and I was like, oh, bro. What the fuck? Yeah.
Well, that whole thing is literally shut down, like absolutely shut down.
Nice.
They're not even going outside, and I went out there. I've been out there a couple times.
That guy.
Because not just him. There's been like 50 or 60 protesters. Now, unfortunately, they're in bed with the LAPD, and a lot of them have been arrested and all this. Before I came over here the first time, I went and talked to the Honolulu Police Department, the Chinatown station, and I said, hey, here's what I'm going to do. Do you see any problems with it? He said, no. He goes, it's not private. They don't own any of this. And they could press me to go out onto the sidewalk. But generally what these guys are being told by their upper level people is don't even engage except for a few people. And then, when I was doing this in Washington, D.C., this lady came out of the church and she knocked this camera out of my hand and down onto the ground.
No way.
I did. It was assault. I don't know what happened yet.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't live there, so.
Yeah.
You're from here?
No, I'm not from here either. No, I live on the mainland.
Oh, same.
So, yeah. So, anyway,
Our friend is.
well, if you go around the side, you can see where they will take him,
Right.
or in here. Here, come this way.
Wait, are you streaming on like YouTube or like?
Yeah, this is live streaming on YouTube.
Oh,
I don't have very. I've only got 13 people watching, so
that's-
I have a pretty small channel.
TikTok.
But TikTok has booted off a lot of the
Really?
anti-Scientology people.
Really?
Like Jessica Palmadessa was one of them. So there's the.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, they're talking.
I gotta take a picture.
Send it to Mike.
Send it to me.
My camera. My camera won't.
I hope he's not leaving what they're saying.
No, can't.
So I will tell you, they're probably doing his it might just be doing a personality test.
He's like 23andMe or something.
Like 23andMe. How are you, sir? Do you work here? Yeah. At the, are you Sea Org or are you a staff member?
I'm a staff member.
You're a staff member?
Yeah.
Do you,
Who are you?
my name is Stan.
Mhm.
So we're just I'm doing a film in the org. There's I have some friends who used to be actually part of this org back in the day.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Like who?
Yep. Natalie Webster.
Okay.
I think she left here, went on to become a Sea Org member later on. So,
Mhm.
yeah. How long have you been in Scientology?
Over 50 years.
50 years. Okay. So are you like are you in the OT levels? I would guess.
I've done a lot of.
Okay.
Levels.
No, that's fine. I'm not gonna. I won't ever
Yeah,
press
but
anyone.
why are you filming?
Oh, it's just educational. People, learn about it, and how do you feel about the growth of your particular org?
Well, I would like to see it continue to grow. We have a plan to expand and we're working hard at it.
Okay. And why
Now,
is there
who are these people?
their friend is inside?
Oh, I see.
That's their
Are
friend.
you with them?
No, not with them. We just happen to be here at the same time. Yeah, they're just waiting for their friend.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, are you with someone else besides yourself?
no, nope, nope.
You just decided to come here and film?
check it out. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
So why is there an office there for L. Ron Hubbard?
Well, that's a tradition in every Scientology church.
Okay.
When he was alive, he would visit different churches, and very often he would work, and he'd have an office to work in. And so we keep it as out of respect for L. Ron Hubbard as the founder of the religion.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I get that. Well, thank you so much, sir. Appreciate your time, and you've been very generous. Appreciate it.
Okay?
All
Are you
right.
done?
I don't know, but let's see. I'm gonna talk with the boys a little bit more and see how they're doing. So, are you guys from? Do you live around the neighborhood, or
No, we live like 30 minutes away.
you don't need to say exactly?
Yeah.
Of course, I don't want you to do that. But so that far away? Did you drive down here, or?
Yeah, we drove down here because we're still in high school and we're like.
It's prom season, so we need to get our
So
suits.
we had to get our suits.
Oh, how exciting!
Yeah.
So you're getting your suits for your prom?
Yeah.
Fun. Did you
And
get them all picked out?
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
We just came on and
Support, you know.
and then went to go. Our plan was like
Get food
we parked
over
here,
here.
right? And we went to this place called
Marugame.
Marugame down, right? And
Yeah.
Then, and then we.
Oh, yeah, I walked by that place the other night. Yeah.
It's super good. It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
it's really
And then-
good.
No, we parked right there, right? And then we were like, and then I don't know. We saw. So the friend was like really interested in like to see like if it was like
My bad. It's not up on you there.
if like see like I don't know how like you always see like those videos on like YouTube and like how it is, right? But you want to like see firsthand like how it is, right? Because like you also gotta hear like both sides of the story, right? Like the good and bad. So like he's that type of guy to like just hear out both sides. You know what I mean? Instead
Yeah,
of one.
as long
so.
as he uses critical thinking skills as
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
considering it.
He's a smart
He's a
guy.
smart
So,
guy.
yeah. So
Yeah.
he-
What grade in high school are you
We're
guys?
seniors.
Seniors.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do next?
College.
Where are you gonna go?
Somewhere in California.
Okay. How come not Hawaii?
I'm trying to get like a better education than I can get out here in university. So
I'm saying it.
You're saying where are you gonna go?
Probably UH, but
UH?
yeah.
Yeah.
I dropped out of college.
You were in college?
Yeah,
now,
I was
not
at
anymore?
CSUN
At
in
what?
Northridge, in California.
Oh, Northridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then like I was there for film, but then I got something down here, and now I just film full time now.
Oh, you're working full
Yeah.
time doing film?
Video, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you shoot with?
I shoot with my Sony A7S3.
It's okay. Yeah.
I shoot surfing, so.
Yeah, my friend's oldest son
Really?
does similar work,
Yeah.
but for snowboarding
Oh, that's
and
sick.
skateboarding.
Yeah, I've been trying to get into that more.
Yeah,
That looks
Yeah.
like the move for sure.
yeah. So, yeah, that's cool. That's very cool. Is he still in there? All right. Do you guys online? You got any questions for these young men? Let's see if they. I have to put my glasses on because I can't read the little.
Oh, yeah.
the
It's hard, yeah.
yeah. I thought there would be a way that it would show up over here, but if there is, I don't know how to do
I
it.
didn't even know there was like a Scientologist thing here. Because it's so crazy. Part 3 they were like,
Well,
That's true.
Like,
I
you know
saw
what's
it.
so-
I
okay,
saw
you know
it
what's
when we
so
pulled it
crazy?
in, and I was like, no way. And then
you know what's so crazy? So yesterday, right, we went to Blazing Steaks, and then like I saw this like Scientology like org thing, and I took up like this was yesterday.
no way.
let me see.
I was
Wait. Put that
By
up again.
Fulan?
Where did
Yeah,
you
yeah,
Where
no
did you
way.
see that?
In
In a restaurant.
restaurant. Like,
Are you
like,
kidding?
Yeah, and then all the pamphlets are gone. I was like, oh my god, like people are taking
Mental.
this thing.
Wow.
That's gnarly.
I mean, it is 100%. I mean, I wasn't going to be rude to that gentleman.
Yeah.
He said he's been in 50 years and he's at a high level, but a really good movie to watch on it is Going Clear on HBO Max, and then there's a whole series that actress named Leah Remini did called Scientology in the Aftermath. She grew up. She was younger than you guys, and she actually worked for Scientology and Sea Org as younger than you.
What is Sea Org?
It's their Sea organization is like their ministers, but they're not really ministers. They're just slave labor. They make $47 a week, and they live in terrible conditions. Here he comes. We're gonna get the full report from him. And so, but anyway, you got to watch her show, Leah Remini, Scientology in the Aftermath. How did it go? How did you enjoy that?
The Church of Scientology?
Yeah. What happened? What did they say?
It was quite enlightening. It's quite enlightening.
What did they ask you about?
I don't know, I just got a personality test.
Did you take the test?
No, I did not, actually.
Okay.
What
And-
happened?
What?
What was he talking to you about?
Wait, what's going on here?
It's a live show.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. And well, first of all, what made you want to go in?
Well, I don't know. I was interested. I want to see what it's all about. Church of
Okay.
Scientology, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And were they nice to you?
Yeah, they were cool. They were super cool.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
Learning.
wait.
Dan, what
Oh, yeah.
is your name, your last name?
Smith.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're taking our pictures. I'd like to take your picture.
Go knock yourself out. You go right ahead. Yeah.
This guy,
Do you want
to be popular?
Yeah.
You got a bunch of followers?
No, I don't.
Oh,
Daddy.
Wait, why don't you take a picture?
Lower the camera, please.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I hope you got my good side. All right. Well, and what was your name, sir?
expecting an interview when I walked out, but...
no, he's like, you know the guy on TikTok that like shoots at LA?
Huh?
You know the guy on TikTok, the one who's like,
That yells at the
Yeah.
security guards.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know.
There's a
Do
guy
I?
that yells at the security guards.
For real?
Yeah. It's streets.
No way,
Streets.
dude. I wanted to say something too when you walked by. I was like, dude,
Well,
you're looking at the Church of
so
Scientology.
now here's the thing.
I was like,
Here's-
so funny.
Here's my thing, though.
Yeah.
I always try to be polite,
Yeah.
and I mean, and there's really not a lot to be gained from getting into an argument with them.
Mm-hmm.
Although I certainly could ask them more questions.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I'm just going to be blunt. I don't want them calling the police. I don't want to deal with that. Scientology does that. And I mean, these guys in LA are getting arrested all the time. And I mean, in handcuffs.
Even
And
though they're in public, like,
Even though they're in public and they're allowed to do that. Yeah. And a lot of the folks that I know were in Scientology and literally had to escape.
like physically, like.
And
they-
and then if you go in, let's say you went in, right?
Yeah.
But your family didn't.
Uh-huh.
And your family were like, "What are you talking? No way,
Yeah.
you should not be doing this." They would force you to disconnect from your family, never talk to them again.
No, I was talking to them, but I seen the guy right behind me, so I don't know say anything, right? Like, like they're like right behind me. I don't know. It's weird. They like follow me out and shit. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's very interesting.
It's
Well, the
super- it
the
just
older
felt
guy
super
wanted to
good.
know.
Yeah.
He wanted to know who I was, why was I here, what was I doing, and I told him I was videoing and all that, and told him my name, and
You're very honest.
Yeah.
You're very honest in what you're
Yeah.
like, doing.
but I would say that it's very difficult to help them get out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I see
and
what you're saying.
and that's why, again, if you watch Going Clear, the subtitle of the movie, it's on HBO, is Escaping the Prison of Belief or something like that. So yeah. So all right, well, good job, guys. Have fun on your are you going to prom too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did you get your
Yeah,
did you
I
get
got-
your
I have my student IDs from last year though.
Oh, okay. So do you wear suits or tuxedos?
I'm wearing these dogs.
I'm just wearing a suit.
Yeah. So when I went, this is like a million years ago, I actually did like a white dinner jacket with black, like a James Bond kind of thing, and we had a nice limo, In fact, I remember my limo driver's name was Duke, which makes me think of here in Hawaii. So, oh yeah, they're desperately trying to figure out who I am.
Oh, for real. Is this your first day doing it, or?
No, I was here the other night. I didn't come last night. I mean, I'm here I work. I have a job, and I'm flew in for some meetings, and I'm gonna fly out eventually.
Yeah, so I was just wondering, like, what's the difference here and with Scientology here in mainland? Like, what do you know about Scientology, though?
Well, so Scientology is an organization that considers itself a religion, and essentially what they believe is that 75 million years ago, a galactic overlord named Xenu had his planet was overpopulated, and he brought I don't know how many billions of people. He froze them, brought them here, dumped them into volcanoes over Hawaii and some other volcanoes, and then dropped atomic bombs. And then their thetans were released, which is kind of like their spirits, and these guys will help you do that. And then they believe in reincarnation as well, so like you would come back.
Yeah.
Well, if you aren't a Scientologist, they believe that you go to this factory on the far side of the moon and on Mars, and it reprograms you.
Is that actually they believe?
Yeah, this is real deal.
No.
And they believe that when you go to that implant station, that's where you learn about being maybe it's going to be to be a Buddhist or a Christian or a Muslim or whatever, and it's so that you won't ever succeed in getting rid of all the body thetans.
So wait, like.
So they're trying to clear
like
the planet.
Like, cause I heard like you can still be like Christian and be in the Scientology.
That's a complete lie. That's a complete lie. 100% untrue. You cannot believe anything else but their religion. Now they'll say that out loud, but what I was telling your buddies when you were inside is you don't find out any of this until you're years into it.
Seems like it, yeah.
And they'll push you.
They tell you anything at all?
They didn't.
Oh no, they won't tell you anything.
That's the thing.
They want you to buy a book.
I asked them, right?
Yeah.
And then that's when they were like, oh, I don't know. Like they pretty much didn't have an answer for any of the questions I asked them, except for like I was like, what do you guys do? Like, what is this all about, right? But they didn't have any answers for me, and then they just took me in pretty much. Like, and they wanted me to fill. No, they wanted me when I got there. They wanted me to fill out a form, right?
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't fill that out.
And
so
that's a good thing,
I was
because
like,
if you do, they will never leave you alone.
I was like, I didn't want to put my address and all
So I feel like
that.
it's kind of like they don't even check your age, like.
No, and then so I
Because
went in.
like, these two are older. We're still like.
Well, so they don't believe that children are children. Children don't exist in their minds. A child is just an adult in a small body. And by the time, like, if you were raised in it, by the time you're like 4 years old or 5 years old, they will start punishing you for reacting with what they call HER, human emotion and reaction. And you're not allowed to react with emotion. Like he didn't, you noticed he was straight face and even keel. He didn't get upset, and at
I
all.
wonder what's his backstory, because he said 50 years. So I was
50
like,
years.
I was like,
Yeah.
wow, how did he even get into it? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And like, is he from here originally? Because like,
No, the other guy.
because like Hawaii has a lot of like
Oh,
people of
white
like
hair guy?
Japanese descent, right, and stuff, right? So like, I was wondering like, did they like come here like 50 years ago and recruit him, or like
No, the guy I was talking to, he said he joined 40 years ago, but he lived here. He's a Punahou grad.
wait,
Yeah,
he told you that?
he lived here, and then he lived like
A
up
what
beach.
grad?
Punahou.
Puno?
Punahou.
It's
It's a
a
school
private
here.
school.
Private
It's
school.
where
Oh, it's
Barack
high school?
Obama went.
Oh, where Obama went. Yeah, now I know what you're talking
It's
about.
like 40K a year. It's like
No, it's not. It's like 27.
but like with dorm, no, not dorm, but like.
Well, whatever. It's like a
It-
really.
it's
It's
where
like-
But back
Obama
then,
went.
that would have been, it was a lot
It's
of money.
where Obama
Yeah.
went to school.
Yeah, so yeah, we got it. And so what they don't believe in education either. So like a lot of the people that I know who went in as children, or their parents were already in, they were born into it. At a certain age, they stop letting them go to school, and they make them go to work for this. And I did see some younger people in here 2 nights ago, and
Our age or like.
yes, the younger than you.
Wow.
Oh yes.
That's heavy.
If you go, I'm telling you guys, go watch Going Clear, and watch Scientology in the Aftermath by Leah Remini. It's on Hulu, and I think it's on one of the other streaming. It was originally on A&E, and then it was on Netflix, but now it's on Hulu and another streaming service, and I'm not quite sure what it is. But yeah, when you see all that, and then if you go watch Scientology audits on YouTube, that's Streets LA. Growing Up in Scientology, he's another great one. Scientology Life After a Cult, she's a Hawaiian. And she will be, you guys will probably be on her channel tomorrow. Because her family was here and she grew up in it. And
Is her family still in it? Or like?
no, she actually got so tired of it and figured out at some point in life that this is not adding up. She actually talked her entire family to leave, which is very unusual. And but it was.
She's from here too?
She is from here. She's Hawaiian.
How'd
Yeah.
she get recruited then? Like they came here?
Because somebody in the family got recruited in, and then what they do is they pull the whole family. And I mean, look.
I mean, I respect all religions and all like cults, religions, right? Like
Cults?
I mean,
Cults, you don't, not cults, but like,
oh yo, like no, but
whatever
I
they
mean, like,
believe in. Like,
no,
whatever
I mean
like,
religious belief
Yeah,
in the
like,
sense
like,
that
if they're like spiritual.
like
I mean,
a lot
I'm
of
not-
our- a lot of our friends are like I don't like necessarily like believe in like Mormonism, right? But a lot of my friends are, and like I respect that. Like I don't really like.
I would never make fun of them.
Yeah,
And,
right.
No way.
Like,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't no more than I would make fun of these guys.
I think we just like we like facts. It's like we like
Yeah,
hearing
exactly.
both sides.
That's what I came here
Yeah.
for. I just want to see like
The-
what it was about,
like,
pretty
the-
much.
the
Because
good and the
I don't
bad
know, hear
sides.
so much about it.
But
right?
if
Like,
you now let me ask you this: if you
Yeah.
went into an LDS church, they might not tell you everything, but they're going to tell you the fundamental basics of
Yeah.
this is.
They
what
don't try
it
to hide
means.
stuff, right?
They're not gonna hide
I'm
stuff.
usually like you always talk to your a lot of our Milani, a lot of our friends are like Mormon and stuff. So
yeah,
it's like
there's a Mormon church like right across
and it's
the
like
street from
they're
our
always
church.
like nice, genuine people, and
Yeah.
it's like they're always
They're very nice. They always are.
kind, like they have a good message behind them too. But like Scientology is like dark, and like I don't really know. Like they're
It's
just
kinda
trying to figure out
ominous,
like what's our message to see if
these
it's good. Or,
People,
like,
these
It is
people
very
kind of seem
ominous.
ominous, like the way that they like hold themselves is a little bit ominous.
Well, because they're trained on what are called TRs, training routines, and what that means is well, first of all, they're trained in doing what are called acceptable truths, meaning they're going to lie to you, for sure, 100%, and they will lie to the authorities. And then the other thing that they'll do is they're trained not to react to anything. So like these young, and like there's a guy, he's literally Surge on YouTube, and he came from Mexico. His parents gave him to the Sea Org. When he was 12 years old, they started training him to be an auditor, where he runs those cans of these e-meters in here. That's how they. Yeah.
They hook you up.
They
hook you up?
did that.
They did that. Yeah.
Did it work? Did it work?
Yeah. So he did that.
Yeah.
But he had to ask adults deeply personal, sexually oriented questions.
As a 12-year-old?
Uh-huh. And Natalie Webster, who's Hawaiian, who is from here, had to do the same thing a little bit later in life, but she might have been 18, maybe, and she had to audit guys who were and had to ask them about self-pleasuring things and stuff like that, because you're not supposed to. You're not allowed to.
Yeah.
And at least if you're in the Sea Org, I don't know if it is all around. So I mean, it's horrible. I mean, I'm telling you, and that's why I'm actually very empathetic towards them, because they are in a prison of belief. It's not like, I mean, they may even do horrible things. I'm not saying these guys do, but if you go watch the stuff I told you about, your minds will be blown out of here.
Even their medicine practices too, when you're sick. I heard that's pretty. It's
Oh,
pretty
they
like
don't?
bad. It's pretty bad.
They-
Like they lock you in a room and they're like.
So many of them. Yeah, you're thinking of Lisa McPherson.
I think my dad was like on a trip long time ago, like when I was like 10 or something. He's like him and his friends were talking about like Scientology and like how like they lock you in a room. At first I thought Scientology was like science, but like yeah.
Well, that's what, and they called it science of the mind or some ridiculous thing. And L. Ron Hubbard, the founder, lied about much of his background. And he was barely college educated, let alone a scientist. And he was a what was called back in the day a pulp fiction, science fiction writer. So he just wrote as many words as he could because he'd get paid by the words. And if you read some of his stuff, you'll actually see where he stole from Isaac Asimov. even some aspects of the religion. If you go watch the thing that's on Apple TV right now, crud, I can't think of what it's called. But
Wait, is the guy who founded it dead?
oh yeah, he's been dead for a while. He died in 1986. He didn't die. He didn't die. That's not how they say it.
Oh,
He dropped his body, and now he moved on to Target 2, which is the next planet he's going to clear.
That'd be.
Now that I'm not making this stuff
I'm
up.
just like wondering, like, what makes it so enticing? Like,
Yeah,
like
what-
Tom
what
Hanks.
dragged
Okay,
him
here's
into
why,
it?
right? So,
Isn't like Jim
okay,
I was
Carrey?
gonna say this
That's
when I walked out, right? But I didn't see that guy following me. I don't want to say anything, right? But okay, so here's the whole thing. I walked in, right, and then they told me to sign the paper. I was like, no, I just want to know what this is about, right?
Yeah.
So then they started giving me all these handouts and stuff, and then I went back. They put me on the cans, right? The stress meter thing, and then I did that.
Tanner.
And I was wondering, right, like what is this about, right? Like why are you canning me for, like, to see my stress levels, right? And it was so that you could find what's stressing you out, right? And then you do the course, right? They have different courses, I guess, yeah. Like motivation and like I think that's what entices people, right? It's like, oh, I can improve myself, right?
So
Like,
while you were inside, one of the things I said to the guys is the early stuff that they give you is all common wisdom. You
Yes.
could get it on your own.
Yes.
You don't need that. But then it's the later on stuff that goes really cuckoo for coconuts kind of stuff.
That's what makes it enticing. Then they draw you into like
it seems like it's like
because like people are lost, right? They're looking like for like improvement, like this sound like improvement, right? And like they think like, oh, it's courses, right? Like it's free, right? And then maybe that's how they get enticed.
So did you? Oh, nothing's for free in there.
no, it's not. Yeah, they said the courses are like $50, but like the video is free.
Well, you
Yeah,
gotta pay
so-
for all your upper guys. So.
Yeah.
They're $47 a week.
So my viewers are loving hearing your experience because a lot of people. We tried this in Hollywood, and the problem is that it was so loud, and people would come out. You know, someone like you, and also they kind of got wise to it. Now you went in with honest intentions.
exactly.
You really did. But a lot of people in Hollywood, you know, be young people like you, and they're just going in to, you know, to give them a hard time. And I honestly don't encourage that. I might laugh and say some jokes about it, but again, I have empathy for the people. So how you doing?
Good.
So, all right. Well, I am gonna say good night to my stream so I can head back, and because I got to get up early and go out to a far part of the island that I'll tell you about when I'm not streaming. Okay, thanks everybody. Have a good evening. Say goodbye, guys. Good shaka. I can't do that. Here we go.